Hello everyone, welcome to the Testing Trainer YouTube channel. In this session, we are going to discuss black box and white box in software testing. The name looks a bit weird, right? Black box and white box. Let's see what is these testing. There are two ways of testing. Okay, so the two major ways of testing is black box testing and white box testing. So black box testing is a test design it's a way of testing, okay, way of testing, doing performing the testing in a specific manner. And similarly white box testing is another way of testing which can be done. Okay, let's see in detail what are all the, how these testings are performed. Okay, let's understand what is black box testing. Black box testing, okay, black box is the software testing technique in which the internal workings or implementation details of the systems are not known to the tester. Okay, so most importantly, what we have to understand is, take the word black box. Okay, so that's why I have this images here. Do you know what is there in the box, black box? No, we don't know what is kept inside the box, right? Similarly, think this black box as a software. Okay, take our e-commerce website. Okay, we have an e-commerce website. Now the e-commerce website is a black box for us. Okay, what does it mean? Why are you calling us black box? I know that I'm kind of confusing you, but just think about it. Now a software, e-commerce software is a black box. So you do not know how that e-commerce website is developed, how it's being programmed, what is inside it. Okay, you treat that as a black box. You pass your inputs and expect the output. Example, treat an e-commerce website as a black box. You enter the username and password and click login. We are not caring about how that login is actually happening inside the software. We are not at all caring here. Okay, we just wanted to see the home page after we log in successfully. That is what we expect. That type of testing is called black box testing. Okay, now even if it is a little bit confusing, think about it, like you have a login. Okay, you have a software which is a e-commerce software. Okay, this is the code that has been written in the front end to fetch the login screen. Okay, you are not actually caring about this code. You are not going to test the code. What you are actually going to do is, you're going to open the login screen, enter the username and password, click login, and you want to make sure whether login is successful and we reach the home page. Okay, that is black box testing. Why they are calling this as black box testing? Because we are not really caring how the system is being developed, how the system is being programmed. Okay, we are not at all caring about it. We are caring only, we pass inputs here and then we are expecting an output. Okay, so as we are not caring about what something inside the system, that's the reason we call that as a black box, because whatever that is there inside the black box is not visible to us. So that's the reason we are just calling this type of testing as a black box testing. Mostly if you are a tester, or if you wanted to move your career into testing, this type of testing is majorly used. Okay, even then if it is an automation or functional testing, so we will be mostly performing black box testing. Okay, right, now let's see what is white box. Okay, so you know, like black is one extreme and white is another extreme, right? So when I say in black box, you don't know what is actually inside the system, then you just put it in the opposite way. Now we know what is inside the box. That's the reason This testing is called white box testing. We can also call this as glass box testing, because in a glass box, you know, there are sugar cubes that is inside the glass jar, right? So we know that. Okay, so that's the reason we call this as white box testing. I'm stopping it here. Okay, you might be having a question. Okay, I know what is black box, I know what is black box testing. You are saying we can we can see what is inside the glass jar. That is also fine, but how do we see the details inside the software, inside a e-commerce website? Okay, so coming back to the screen, I told you all that this is how this is a sample code, but this is how the code will be written for the login screen. Now we need to test the login screen. Now what we are doing is, we are not actually entering the login user ID and password. Instead of entering in the front end screen, in the UI or in the login web page, you are actually testing the method, a programming method, a program that has been written to perform the login. So you are going to fetch, you are going to enter the username and password into the method. Uh, you're going to insert the username and password into the method, and you're going to expect the correct output through the code. Okay, so actually this type of testing is called unit testing. Okay, so you're actually unit testing a code, you're just testing the code, and then you are making sure whether the piece of code is working. That type of testing is called white box testing. All right, so I'll just read this. It's a software testing technique that involves examining the internal structure, code, logic of the software application. So as I said, we are just examining the internal structure of the code or the logic of the software application. Unlike the black box testing, where the tester is unaware of the internal workings of the software, in white box testing, the tester has access to the source code and uses this knowledge to design and execute the test cases. Okay, that is what. Now, there may be another question: access to the source code. So what you are saying, Jay, we started this testing, we thought we don't need to do any coding in the software testing, but now you are saying we need to see the source code. I feel this is really difficult. Guys, don't worry about it. Okay, mostly 90% of time developers will do the white box testing. So developers will be doing the unit testing. We have the chapter in the software testing tutorial as a white box testing, because you have to know another type of testing where you can also test the source code. Okay, you can also test the code, and then you can make sure the code is working. Okay, even then you test even then you test the piece of code that doesn't give an 100% quality, that says that there won't be any defects. There is still a possibility that you can see some issues in the front end login page. That's the reason the most of the testers like will be doing the black box testing. Okay, but I just want you all to understand what is white box testing and how it works. Okay, I hope you understand what is white box testing now and what is black box testing. Okay, now with this white box and black box testing, we can design the test cases or test scenarios using set of techniques. Okay, there are lots of techniques, but we are going to see 5 or 4 major techniques in the test design. Okay, and in next sessions we will discuss the black box test design techniques. All right, that will be very interesting. Don't miss it. Thank you.